51% of smartphone users in the MENA region use applications all day long. 73% like downloading apps that make their life easier, and 57% are interested in gaming apps. Those are just some of the results of a new survey by the investment fund AppsArabia that was commissioned to look at the business potential of apps in the Middle East. I'm joined now by the General Manager of AppsArabia, David Ashford. David, thank you so much for coming in.
Good evening, Kimberly.
Now, I just mentioned three of the figures there, but it was a fairly extensive study. Were any of the findings that you just really didn't expect?
Well, the one I'd pick out is actually the difference in the consumer demand in this region compared to the global marketplace. A research was done recently by Nielsen which showed that the top categories for apps in the world were games, weather and social networking. And yet our research showed something different. It showed that it was about communications, social networking and photography. Now, it could be a difference in consumer demand, but it could also be other factors such as the fact that the content isn't available, so there's a demand that exceeds the supply there, or other factors such as payment mechanisms. It's not so easy to pay for apps in this part of the world.
So why did AppsArabia commission this survey?
Well, AppsArabia is part of 2454, and we're an investment fund based in Abu Dhabi. Our goal is to grow a sustainable industry for app development throughout the Middle East and North Africa region. So we're trying to back the best ideas for apps, the most commercially viable ideas. And market intelligence is crucial to us in making decisions in terms of how to pick the best ideas. So gathering that sort of intelligence is great for us in terms of choosing the ideas, but it also helps the people who are coming up with the ideas to shape their ideas and come up with the best sort of business plans and the best, commercial models. And also the actual developers, they need this sort of intelligence to know how to design the best apps in terms of data transfer. Are people downloading through Wi-Fi, or do they need data plans and that sort of stuff? So it's all good insight and good intelligence in terms of building great apps for consumers.
Now, I read that you said that app consumer consumption in the MENA region is different to other parts of the world. Why is that?
Well, there could be the cultural issues, the fact that there's a difference in demand, but it could also be different other issues, such as this issue about distribution channels and payment mechanisms. It isn't necessarily the case that you can get apps on every platform. For example, the Android market isn't available for paid-for apps in this part of the world, so that's a difference. But then it's also not true to say that people in this part of the world that can afford a smartphone have also got a credit card, and they're willing to use the credit card to make purchases of apps and in-app purchases and things like that. So I think those are the sorts of things that make the market very different. So
do you think there is a lot of room for development?
Yeah, I think there's massive room. I mean, we're just at something very exciting here. There are two things that are particularly important. One is the distribution channel. Being able for app developers and app entrepreneurs and people like AppsArabia who are looking to invest in apps, we want to be able to get those great quality apps to consumers. We want to be able to collect money from them for it. So the payment mechanism is a very important thing, and that problem's going to go away as network operator billing becomes more popular with the different telcos and in the different countries. And our research is available for free on our website, appsarabia.com. So if anybody wants a summary report, they can go there and get that.
Well, David Ashford, the GM of AppsArabia, thank you for your insight. It's been fascinating.
Thanks very much, Kimberly.
Thank you.